I went and saw Scream 7 last night. What's your favorite scary movie? That's right. I got this poster at the fan event last night for Scream 7. It's a pretty cool poster. So I'm going to tell you everything I thought about Scream 7. So if you don't want any spoilers, do not watch this video. Get off this video. This is going to contain spoilers. I thought Scream 7 was action-packed from start to finish. I thought Ghostface was in this movie as much as Sidney was in this movie. That was an awesome check mark off my list. The killings were brutal. They were very intense. The chase scenes were perfect. The opening sequence scene, phenomenal. Like, Stu Macher's house being an Airbnb museum mashup, that is perfect. That whole fight chase scene, brilliant. They even foreshadowed how the girlfriend was gonna die. Remember when they were walking through the kitchen and the boyfriend was like, oh, this is where Amber lit on fire and she burned to death.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
The girlfriend literally said that would be the worst way to die. Fast forward in the scene a little bit, that's how she died. It's crazy. It's crazy work. Poor girl. It definitely gave me Halloween 2018 movie vibes. However, Laurie Strode trained her daughter to fight. Sidney did not. Didn't even tell Tatum. Did not train her daughter. And Sidney's husband is a cop. You cannot tell me that with the killings in Scream 5 and Scream 6 going on, that Sidney did not prepare her family for this Ghostface coming after them. She would have prepared her family. She would have taught her daughter how to shoot a gun. They even had a safe room that they went to and then immediately left the safe room in the house. Are you kidding me? And then going through the walls, wooden walls, Sidney would have concrete walls in her house. She knows better. But I can look past that. The movie was fun. It was intense and brutal, very dark. I loved how Ghostface was coming in and out of the background shadows, very like Michael Myers-esque. Loved that. I love how Scream always keeps up with the present time with what's going on in the world with the use of AI. I thought that was very cool. However, it was kind of lackluster. I think they could have done it in a better way. Like, I feel like they should have used Dewey AI to terrorize Gale. They didn't do that. I also feel like Jill Roberts should have been part of that whole thing since that was Sidney's cousin. I don't know. I just feel like the use of AI could have been better. I think that Chad and Mindy being in this movie was weird. Why are they working for Gale? It would have made more sense if Kirby was with Gale and working with Gale instead of Chad and Mindy. They should have brought back Kirby for that. Because I think in Scream 6, Kirby even says she has a thing for Ghostface killings. She likes to investigate that. So I don't know why she wasn't in this movie, because I feel like her character would have definitely been there. And I love Hayden Panettiere. I love her so much. She's my favorite actress. I really wanted her in this movie. But you know what? If we get a Scream 8, hopefully she'll be in it. The main problem I have with this movie are the killers and the killers' motives. You have got to be kidding me. They couldn't have thought of anything better. I will say, I knew Anna Camp. As soon as she was cast for Scream 7, I knew she was going to be a killer. I knew it because if you've seen the TV show You and you saw her act in that, you would be like, dang, she can play a good killer. So I knew she was going to be one of the killers, but I thought it was going to be her and her son. Their characters' name are Jessica and Lucas Bowden. I thought they were going to be the killers. And honestly, I think it would have made more sense if they were the killers. They could have revealed that she was Stu Macher's sister and he was Stu Macher's nephew. And they were getting their revenge on Sidney. And that's why they burned down the Stu Macher house. Like, they would have connected that and it would have made sense instead of Anna Camp's character reading Sidney's book out of darkness and killing her husband and then going to the psych ward and meeting these other two people that were hardly even in the movie. I think they were shown maybe once before they were revealed that they were the killers. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Like, that motive wasn't there. And after 7 Scream movies, you have to have a great motive. You have to have a memorable killer. And everyone's gonna forget these killers. I can't even remember their names. That's how not good that was. Now, did I let that ruin my experience with the entire movie? No. I think the movie as a whole, it was so much fun. It's always fun to try to guess who done it. And the killings were gory as all get out. Are you kidding me? They put Lucas on a freaking beer draft dispenser and had beer coming out of his mouth. What? I think everybody in the theater was like gasped. However, I think they underutilized Chad, Mindy, and Gail, especially Gail. Gail only had one scene with Ghostface in this entire movie, and it was running him over. What? Are you kidding me? I was hoping. Remember when Gail and Sydney were doing the interview in the news station? Mark Consuelos, his character, I think it was Robbie. Him and the cameraman were in the other room through the window. I thought they were going to have Ghostface come in and kill them in that other room while Gail and Sydney were doing the interview, and it was going to resemble the scene in Scream 2 when Gail and Dewey were in that video college room. That would have been perfect, and then have Ghostface come out and attack Gail and Sydney there in the news station. Why didn't they do that? And then Chad and Mindy, one of them should have died. Come on, let's be for real. One of them should have died in this movie. One of them could have died in the bar scene. It would have made it way more impactful. I think McKenna Grace, she was underutilized. She was in like 2 scenes of this movie. I guess that's why they made her sing a song for the movie, Twisting the Knife, because she was barely in it. I mean, the kill was very creative. I mean, they strung her up like a piñata and Ghostface was whacking at her. Crazy work. Like, they did good with the killings. Very creative. I liked seeing Sydney as this mother. I liked seeing her in that mother role, but I do believe she would have trained her family. You cannot tell me otherwise. With what Sydney's been through, she would have trained her family. So that was a letdown. Yeah, I guess I just feel like they should have made us care more about Tatum's friends and Tatum's boyfriend. Like, maybe we should have spent more time with them, build up that character relationship, and let us care for them before they get the chop. But they didn't do that. I wish they would have. So I think in Scream 8, they have really got to sit, if we get a Scream 8, they have really got to sit down and work out a really good killer and killer motive. That should be their #1 priority. All in all, this movie was fun. I will definitely see it again. I'm actually going Monday to see it again, so maybe I'll have even more thoughts or see something I missed. Are you going to watch this movie? Are you going to watch this movie again? Was this the worst movie for you in the franchise? Was this the best movie for you in the franchise? Where does this fall in your rankings of Scream movies? Let me know in the comments. For me, it lands right in the middle. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. And honestly, if the killer reveal and killer motives would have been good, this movie would have skyrocketed. But yeah, oh, and look, I've got Ghostface as a Funko Pop. Do you have this in your collection? Let me know. Yeah, that's what I think about Scream 7. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See ya.